Kevin Garnett now is the latest of the black men, former athletes that is in hot water or in serious trouble. You know, Kevin Garnett is one of the greatest power forwards to ever play the game. He was drafted straight out of high school, in 1995, the fifth pick in the draft. Behind the Jerry Stackhouses and the Rasheed Wallaces. He was behind these guys, right? And we know for a fact that he ended up being the best player in that draft. He came in, he averaged 21, for 21 seasons, he averaged 17.8 points a game, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. He's 15-time All-Star selection. He's a nine-time All Defenses appearance. He won a Finals MVP, and he also won the championship, in 2004. So he had an illustrious career, doing this thing. But he also had an affinity and a thing for the women, especially them biracial girls and them light-skinned girls, right? Him being 6'11", very dark, man, those women was hanging all over Kevin Garnett. They was loving Garnett. And, him being young and experienced, he was having it his way his whole career. But at the end of his career, his wife, Brandy Garnett, she dropped a bombshell on him and said, you know what, I'm out of here, I'm going. I can't take it no more. You're retiring. You're going to be sitting home with me now? You mean to tell me you're not going to be on the road out there doing your thing? I got to deal with you every day? Oh, I'm going. So she left, took the baby, won a big suit, got a big bag, right? And Kevin Garnett said, you know what? Man, I learned my lesson from this. From now on, I'm going to start dating younger women. I'm going to start dating them young girls that I can control and they can do whatever I tell them to do. So he met a girl, Tierra Candelier, who was born in 1997, a young buck, right? Younger than him, about 20 years younger than him. Not too bad, not as bad as Shannon Sharp and Zuniga. But he started dating this girl, right? And sometime after that, they had some trouble. And now he's in the news because the police is called to the house. But I want to first focus on what a lot of women are saying online about men, older men dating younger women. Check this out.
Older men who are dating younger women are looking for an escape. And if they think your world is this escape from, they could be going through their midlife crisis and everything, or they could just be feeling really old and out of touch. But if you drag them into your delusion as if they're the coolest person or the most impressive person that you've met, they're going to go with it. They don't care. The serotonin and the dopamine in their brain is going, and they're going to, after that, they're going to have this blissful feeling when they're around you.
So I guess this woman is a hood scientist. The serotonin and the dopamine, and she got it all figured out. In a past life, she was a man. So she understands what it is to be a man, and she can tell you why men date younger women, because she's the guru. She mentioned serotonin, dopamine. So y'all should listen to this woman. She has all the answers. She has it all figured out. She has it, right? But wait. There's more.
You are an older man who is dating or wanting to date. I want to share with you the one leverage point that you have with regards to getting a younger woman. So the beautiful perspective that you have with regards to life is a lot of men who are after the age of 45, 40s, they start to kind of shift their perspective as to what is really important in life. You're not necessarily in the building phase anymore. So this one amazing thing that you get to leverage with a younger woman is I'm going to share with you the wisdom and the knowledge and the experience that I have of where I have been versus where I am potentially going.
Now, her reasoning was a lot more mature, a lot more understanding. And I'll say this. A lot of young girls like older men because, they have daddy issues and they're chasing that older male masculinity that they never had as a child growing up, and they see that in older men. And a lot of older men like to date young girls because we're very visual, right? Very visual people. And these younger girls keep you younger, right? But we're visual. We like to see, the younger woman. As long as she's old enough age and somebody that you can have a conversation with. So if I'm 49 years old and I'm not married, I don't want a 22-year-old, maybe 30, anywhere between 32 to 36. That's fair. You know, that's a fair. And I have life experiences where I can explain to her about certain things where maybe she's going to is my past. So we can have conversations, and the things that she's looking up to me for, I'm looking at her where she's filling me up with certain things that I may need. So I can agree with that. I can agree with that assessment. But there's more.
Men, 40s, 50s, will approach younger girls for a variety of reasons, whether it's childbearing reasons, whether it's they just like younger, hotter girls. That's quite possible because they require the resources and the attraction triggers for younger girls that they're attracted to as well. That's also possible. It's also possible that she sees him in a light that she's willing to actually listen to him. Men really do go where they feel like a man, just to be quite honest with you.
So in anything, you're going to always have advantages and disadvantages. You know, there's at times when there are older men maybe preying on younger women and taking advantage. There's times when it's not happening that way. But there's also times, but let me show you the hypocrisy of some of you women out there. You will go out here and make the statements that you make about older men dating younger women. But let one of those older floozies, those older cougars want to date your son. You're going to go off. And then your hypocrisy is going to come out. See, because you don't like older women dating your sons and nephews either. So how about this? This is why I always say I'm not pro-black man, pro-black woman. I'm pro-black people. I'm pro-black community. I hold both accountable. So I see a lot of these women, they're mad at these older men dating younger women. But you silent until those old cougars, right? Those old dried up cougars with them 87 Chevy Coochies, right? They done spun the block a couple times, right? Now all of a sudden they want to sit down on your sons, and you got a problem with it. You got a problem with it. So stop being hypocrites. Call it down the middle, both sides, right? So let's get back on Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett is dating this younger girl, Tiara, and they had some issues inside the house. Kevin Garnett was trying to leave. She wouldn't let him leave, and he picked her up and put her to the side and walked out. But now the cops was called. Now this thing that went viral and everybody's talking about it, including me. But there's a person that was talking about this, explaining the situation, and he said this.
According to TMZ Sports, Kevin Garnett, heated argument with girlfriend, cops called. Kevin Garnett and his girlfriend was involved in a heated argument late last month, and cops were called to the scene. But both sides are now saying things never got out of hand. Law enforcement sources tells TMZ Sports Garnett's partner dialed 911 just before 2 a.m. on April 27 to report she and Garnett had been involved in a domestic dispute at their Los Angeles area residence. TMZ Sports was told when officers arrived, Garnett had left, but they nevertheless took a report. They noted Garnett's girlfriend did refuse medical aid after they asked if she needed it. Sources familiar with the situation tells TMZ Sports as Garnett was trying to leave the residence to defuse the conflict. He moved his girlfriend out of the doorway. But outside of that, things never turned physical.
So after all this, they start Negro-splaining, right? Yes, Negro-splaining. So she wanted to, because she don't want him to leave. She got to keep getting that bag, right? So they came out and issued this statement. Kevin Garnett and his girlfriend, Tiara Chandelier, released a joint statement expressing regret after a domestic argument led to a police involvement in their Los Angeles home. While sources indicate the argument remained non-physical, a report was filed. The incident follows a 2003 custody case where Garnett agreement. Kevin Garnett found himself in the middle of some personal drama after his girlfriend repeatedly called the police during a tense argument late last month. Approximately 1 week later, Tiara Chandelier called the police around 2 a.m. on Sunday, April 27th, during a domestic argument at their Los Angeles residence. The retired NBA player and his partner released a joint statement. We deeply regret We deeply regret that a personal disagreement escalated and inappropriately involved authorities. The couple wrote in a joint statement on Sunday. It was never our intention to involve others in a moment that should have remained private. Like most couples, we have disagreements, but our commitment to each other remains strong, and we move forward with renewed respect, understanding, and love. Their message added. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This girl got to have some of the best coochie that coochie has to offer. Because for him in the position that he's in, He's been married, right, and got a divorce and had to pay big money. He also got with this woman, a Kat Ackerman, who he had a baby by, and she won a suit against him where he had to pay big money in child support. So now you with another girl that's younger than you. You're retired. You're free. You have access to all kinds of girls that look like her. And you putting up with this. Because let me tell you something. If me and a girl have a disagreement and you call the police on me, I don't care what the situation is. You out of there. If you call the police on me and I know that I didn't do anything physical harm, listen, if I cheated or we had a disagreement and it got heated and you called the police on me, you're gone. You're out of there. Especially if I've been through the things that he's been through. I'm not putting up with that. I'm not putting up with that at all. That's very dangerous. That could turn in and escalate and turn into something real crazy. Tempers have flared. Both of y'all are turned up. The police come. They might start talking real greasy. Next thing you know, you getting tased, maybe shot, all kinds of stuff. And then my image is being tarnished too. You calling the police on me when you relying on me for the bag. I work, I come on TV as a former player on ESPN and different things. And now, because you're mad at me for that time, you're doing certain things to tarnish my image, messing with the bag. You got to go. You got to go. I got a daughter now. That's the money I'm making now. That's her money. That's her money. You don't get to come in and impede it on that. So I want to really focus on this because a lot of people out there have a problem with older men dating younger women. But what about older cougars, right? Older cougars dating younger men, bringing all their bullshit, their bullshit crap and issues over to younger men, sleeping with your sons out there, ladies. Right? Yeah, she got that diamond in the back, sun rooftop, digging in the scene with the gangster lean coochie. She got that old school. You down with OPP 1992 coochie, and she wanna come now and sit down on your son in 2025. And y'all cool with that? I thought so. So I had the same smoke for these older women that like to date these younger boys too. Who hasn't had enough life experience yet. He just see an older woman and his eyes get big, right? So it's good and bad when it comes to it, right? You have older women that want to get a groove back. You have older men now that's life is slowing down, and he's achieved a lot of greatness and a lot of things, and he has a lot of wisdom and experience now. He may not want to date a girl his age. He might not want a girl that's 50, right? Everybody not like me I've been with my woman since I was in my 20s. Now we're about to go into 50. But some guys may be 50 and want to date a girl 35. I don't have a problem with that, as long as she ain't 25 and you 50. But if you want to date a girl that's 35 and you 50, she may be attracted to you because she's looking for that male, daddy, masculine energy and protection that she never had. And you're looking for beauty. You're looking for a woman that you can guide and teach, or a woman that can follow you. So you go get you a younger woman. Okay, I'm cool with that. But in this situation with Kevin Garnett and so many of these athletes getting in trouble, right? Listen, you call the police on me, I'm going. I mean, I know she got some serious booty clappers, right? But I can find that anywhere. Especially when I got his money. They in line, they doing cartwheels on the other side of the street trying to get my attention. They doing all kinds of stuff trying to get my attention. So you call the police, you gone. You up out of there. I can't do that. Kevin Garnett and this girl, they issue a joint statement trying to, Negro explain and get out in front of it. But I hope they're all right, and I hope that it's nothing physical. I hope he's not in there beating her up, right? And there's nothing physical, and they trying to cover it up. I hope that that's not happening too. But at the same time, if she's just upset and calling the cops on them, she would have to go. So I'm going to cut this video short here, man. If you just made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.